poet William Blake once wrote, "If the doors of perception were cleansed, then man would see everything as it is, infinite. For man has shut himself up till he sees everything through chinks of a narrow cavern." Well, 14 years ago, I was fortunate enough to be part of the first group of Callow City kids that John Jackson took out to Death Valley. And as I look back on it, I can see that in a way we were like Blake's description of the human condition. But what that trip did for us is it taught us more effectively than any classroom lesson ever could about our place in the natural world and our interdependent relationship with it. For myself, that trip, and indeed the entire year that I spent in John Jackson's class, did for me something that only the finest learning experiences coming from the finest teachers could ever do. It cleansed the doors of my perceptions and allowed me to see the world as it is for the first time. I've always been deeply grateful for having John Jackson's acquaintance, both inside the classroom and out. And to the Cole Foundation, I say to you, you picked a good man to honor this year. And so it is my pleasure, my great pleasure, to introduce to you today, John Jackson.
I took Mr. Jackson's class 4 years ago. Yeah, and this is the best science class I've ever taken, even in my high school career.
He teaches you in a way where you're having fun and you're still learning a lot at the same time.
I like how Mr. Jackson lets us make our own decisions and how he's able to trust us, and he knows that we're going to study even though he doesn't force us to, and he gives us a lot of ways in order to study.
Mr. Jackson makes learning fun, and he teaches us other things that science class does teach us. We learn the hard things that makes it seem easier.
When we have tests, we get to take them on the internet, and Mr. Jackson, he makes learning more fun than the other classes.
I like it best because Jackson actually trusts us enough to let us work on our own.
I was the person who first started up the website. Yeah, I was the web director, and I was put in charge of the website, and I launched it.
I like all the technology.
I like volcanoes because then he had these really cool pictures, and then you see all these lava and stuff.
Volcanoes are pretty exciting.
This is the class where I really actually got hands-on experience and where I actually learned a lot.
I'm John Jackson, and I place students first and create meaningful learning opportunities with skills for the 21st century. Wow, what a career. Founder and director of Project Earth, Einstein Fellow, Park Ranger. 32 years of leadership experience in the Alhambra School District and beyond, teaching science, lifelong learning skills, and doing my best.